Hello lovelies, and welcome back, and welcome to any new subscribers that have hopped over from the lovely channel Charmed Intuition Tarot. I bet a big majority of my followers already know about this channel. I know I've linked her in with my recommended channels, and I know a lot of you have come over from her lovely kind offer, shout out that she gave me on her video yesterday. Amazing channel. I will put the link in here if you've not been before. To me, it's really funny that she tells me I have a calming voice. Now, to me, my voice is probably my confidence thing, the voice and the camera, being on camera. I have confidence with my reading. I think everybody does. So it was really strange for me to hear that she finds my videos calming when I know a lot of people find her pick a card so calming and relaxing. She does charms as well, and I find myself watching all of the videos. I don't forward, you know, just to my timestamp. And it means so much to me. As a small channel, I hit my 100 subscriber mark yesterday. Got like 20 something subscribers now. I know we're not about numbers and it's very small over here, but means a lot to me. I think it does anyone when they first start the YouTube channel. And it's inspiration. It's nice to share. We're all here we're all light workers to get the message out. It's great to share the love and inspiration, and to meet people that you connect with. You know, you talk to someone in the comments, be here on YouTube or Facebook. I've met so many soul sisters and tribes in my YouTube tribe, Facebook tribe. People that have really helped me along my spiritual learning. And so don't be afraid to make friends, have conversations in the comments, because you'll find they're not all keyboard warriors. I've connected me with myself with the lady at Charmed Intuition Tarot. You know, when you just know, you connect with someone, your intuition, you know, you've got the same ideas and inspiration. So anyway, enough waffling, as I do. So we're here for a deck review. And once again, this is dedicated to the lovely channel Charmed Intuition Tarot, who loves my deck reviews. And I know she's excited to watch the one on the Lucy Cavendish, ones that I've been saying for ages I'm going to do. I've got 4 decks to go over, and the artwork, I say the Lucy Cavendish, but the artwork, obviously what is iconic to these decks, whether you're a fan of them, whether you're new to them or not, you can see it's all about the artwork. So the artist is a Jasmine Beckett-Griffith. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Even if these are not your style for oracle cards, I think there's a couple of tarot card versions, and you love the artwork she does, you can Google, Amazon and eBay, everything, her artwork. She does them in bags, purses, cups. They're amazing. Personally, it's not usually my type. I'm not usually into the, what's the word, is it fantasy? It's not sci-fi, it's not emo, it's little gothic. I don't know. If you know, just let me know in the comments below, and let me know, are you a fan? It's like Marmite, you love it or you hate it. If they're for you, you know, drop me the like button and I'll know to show more. Anyway, first deck I got, loved it at first, and I got, this was the 3rd deck that I ever brought. Excuse me, let me just close that window because I don't want no noise coming in. This was the first deck, the 3rd deck I'd ever got when I started reading oracle cards. And I was reading the Doreen Virtue, Angels and Fairies and all that. So I loved the artwork, I wanted them, but I thought I couldn't read with them as a beginner. And then over the time, I've gone back to them and loved them. at the time when I was reading just oracle cards, I will be honest, I did find it a little difficult. But I think now that I read my tarot cards mainly and then I pull oracle cards in a reading, I'm looking at my oracle collection in a different light, as we do. Anyway, these are by Lucy Cavendish, Shadows and Oracles of Shadow and Light. Books, I flick through the books sometimes, but I tend to work with my intuition. She's got your standard book. But she does give a lot of information in her books. You can see the fic. They're nice to just pick up and read, and just in general. So it'll go over a bit about, what is it? This one's going on about like a fairy. So you've got the whimsical thing, all about this fairy at hand, and then, or what she speaks of. And then you've got the divination meaning, so it's according to the book what this card means and represents. So, you know, she gives her. So it's a nice little read, but I don't know if a lot of you kind of just read intuitively like myself. Anyway, so let's go over these. The backs, I love the backs of these. I've not edged them yet, so they're just standard. Border, I love the border. Some people do, some people don't. Cardstock, thin, but not flimsy. The oracle cards, so they are large. And I'll just go through them so you can see. When I first started reading and it was all about pictures, I couldn't get a lot. But me, the eyes say it all. A majority of them do look a little sad, but I read people quite well, so I can read it in the eyes. A lot of them, yes, they do feel lost, but we've got powerful personal growth. Please don't lose hope. As you can see, she looks a bit hopeless. This one, not so much my favourite. You see clearly and clairvoyancy. The third eye. So there's enough words to... There's words or pictures depending on what your style is, how you read, or intuitively. Tempting offer has a high price. This makes me think of lust and temptation. So you can see, I know they do look a little sad, but the artwork, the faces, just, they call to me. I just love, I don't always reach for these for readings lately, but I'll still often pick them up, look at them. My little girl actually likes looking at these ones. Important end, new beginnings. Got the little witch, so I won't go over every single one. Ghost people, miracle. Holding on to things too tightly. And just the colouring, it's just amazing. Even if you can't read with them, if you're YouTube, if you're on Instagram with readings, I think they do great for, they're aesthetically pleasing. That's the word I'm looking for. For pictures, Instagram, picker cards. Even if, like myself, you can't seem to read with a full set, just to draw a couple of them. Or if you just like looking at them. So you can get the gist of what we've got here. It will say what it is, like what type of fairy, sea beacon fairy, the free fates, it reminds me of free witches, or the Three of Cups. But on the others, they're a bit different. On the others, there is a few more words. So, because obviously I'd discard that if I was reading it, and I'd just take on the keywords at the bottom. I love this one. Snow angels. It's like me tonight. I'm off out on a girly night. And I do know the signs are with you already. Follow your intuition. Anyway, moving on, because I could waffle so long. I was only meant to do It's only meant to be a quick flick through just to share the artwork and my opinion of everything. So then after that, I was building my collection up and I went to these. A fellow Facebook medium friend, spiritual friend, had them first. I wasn't fussed on them at first. I wasn't drawn to the animals in the beginning, but now I'm so glad I got these ones. The book's the same again, so I won't waste time waffling over that. The backs of these boxes are great. The Blue Angel publisher, so they're different size to your usual ones. They're bigger, but they're thinner. I've edged these. Need going over again, as you can see. Hope the lighting's okay for you guys. I edged them. They were your usual cardboard colour. I edged them in green because the backing. So these are great for picker cards. Once again, aesthetically pleasing. And same cardstock again. Different border. I'm not fussed on. I don't like how it's just look and it's chopped, but the artwork just makes up for it in this, so that's just my little pet thing. The Golden Phoenix, something you thought would finish, burst back to life. I love the synchronicity of this because 12's my number, 12's my birthday, so I always feel drawn to numbers, and I love this. So we've got the Phoenix rising from the ashes. The eyes look happier in this deck. This one's great. If you love this image as much as I do, go and Google it or Amazon, because the artist Jasmine Beckett-Griffith does this on cups, notebooks, diaries, purses, everything. It's very Snow White and Alice in Wonderland, which leads me on to the next deck. Strange companies in stranger places challenges use your imagination. This one, I love this one. Imaginary friend, childhood treasures resurfacing. This, if I got this in a reading, I always feel a strong relationship vibe, that a bit of a narcissist vibe, like someone's not who they seem to be behind closed doors. Anyway, so let's just have a quick flick so you can see. And you can see they are animals. Sorry, if you look, there's an animal in each one, but it's not your typical spirit animal kind of deck. It's like she's implicated that, but still got this great artwork. They remind me of Bratz dolls. That's what people have said. Very much Brat dolls, but I just love the artwork. Loyal companion. Fish, like the eyes. Some of them you get the odd one and they just seem to not go, but I think maybe the artist, the more she's drawn, obviously, she's done them in a different way, so you can see. And we've got numbers if you like to read numerology. The dragons, I love all the dragons in this. Makes me think of this dragon. Should bring him on camera more. Call him Derek the dragon. Not really big into them or anything, but just spoke to me. Frog Princess, Little Red Riding Hood. So it's quite fairy tale themed. She does do a fairy tale deck. I don't have them yet. I think there's 2 more of her decks on my wish list to complete my collection. So as you can see, it's just that iconic artwork and messages at the bottom. The honeybee, life is sweet. So at first, I think, like, when I had these to begin with, I did find it hard to read with them. But now, as I learn more from other YouTubers, as I said, share and share alike, learn and grow, so, and people from Facebook community, like, I can say more now about the bee and working together. And this is not a reading, so I won't go into too much, but if you ever have a deck that oracle deck or tarot deck that you're not drawn to, just don't worry about it, because your reading style will change. That's a gorgeous card. You'll learn more. I had this one as a card. Someone sent me this as a gift card. I still have it somewhere. As I was saying, you'll learn more. I'm no expert. I suppose I'm confident enough to say I'm not a beginner now. I'm still a novice. I think no one's an expert. I think we have to be humble enough to know that we're learning each day, and something from each other each day. But yeah, as you can see, I think they're either going to be for you or they're not, these kind of cards. But I love them. I do, looking over them now, because I've not picked that last deck up for a long time, I'm not as drawn to that. I do prefer these ones over the other ones. But when I very first brought them, these were not my favourite. So, yeah, keep them decks there. Go back to them, because you never know. And then moving on to these ones that I loved. And I can't believe they brought some on-point, accurate readings for me. I must bring them out again. I seem to use them a lot around Halloween. Les Vampires. And the same again, book with all the information. I think on this one it does a blessing and a curse. So, you know, like negative and positive, or like reading a reversal in tarot cards, you know. But I think when you do oracle cards, it just comes to you. Sorry. We'll get more professional as the videos go along. Lovely backing. These are a bit shinier and a little bit thicker than the previous card backs. I love them. And they are quite gothic-y, but it's got this border, old-fashioned border. Seduction. Although it looks obviously vampire, so... Like even the horse has got red eyes. Psychic protection, bad dreams, nightmare. So I think her wording has got better from the first deck, as you can see. Transformation, compassion, empathy. I love the artwork on these. Every one of these cards are beautiful. Jealousy, envy. You know, too much jealousy and you're going to end up alone. That's what I'd say if that card come out. Very feminine. I like to draw these as what I would say to you. So if I did a tarot reading and you've got career, love, money and your tarot spreads and all that, these would be nice to pull a card after. And what I want to speak, you know, to you. Not the mum in you, not the wife, not the career, just you. What you are as a person. Like, what does Natalie want? You know, that. Don't feel selfish. Like, it really talks to your inner self and your female confidence. It's just the vibe I get. Death, saying goodbye, formal occasions, you know. We all know death's the ending of a chapter, new beginnings. I like this one. It reminds me of my daughter, very emo. Wishes, the hunter. Look at her. She's like, I know what I'm going to get and I'm going to go out and get it. She's a provider. She's a hunter. She don't need no man. This little girl looks lost. Craving, obsession over something that she can't have. Supernatural. So yeah, great, amazing artwork. The card stock's better on these ones. I love that picture. I know they don't scream bright, positive images, but I think if you put them in your overall reading with everything else, bitterness, refusing to let go. I don't know. Let me know what you think below. Do you think they could come in handy for readings? Would you like, or Do you just love the artwork to look through like myself? Rebellion. Creator. Oh, this is a lovely one. Lovely. Love this one. Even I want to say they'd work great for profile pictures, avatars of yourself. I just think the artwork just shouldn't go unwasted. I'll cry for help. She's on the phone. Yeah. Right, moving quickly on. I love this one too. The likes, vampy, gothic-y. Great, you know, even just for Halloween readings or personal readings on yourself. If you don't feel drawn to our Little Red White Riding Hood. She does do a fairy tale deck that I don't have. And that's very... got a lot more of them on. Now this one, if you've stuck around to the end, let me know your views on this, because I was a bit disappointed. This was the first deck I had in my wish list for like 9 months, because it was on Amazon and it was pre something or other. It wasn't released at the time. And I loved it, and I thought I had all them other collections. This Alice in Wonderland one, this is going to be great. Just the Oracle cards. I thought, it's really going to be great. Looking through the few pictures that I could find, looked amazing. Thought, completes my collection. And at the time, I set myself a budget, like, I think I paid about between £10 and £12 UK pounds for my decks. This one was the first one I spent £20 on. Treated myself. A bit different now. Love the back. So they came and I thought, oh, they're great. I did some readings with them. Some picker cards. I got everyone to pick a number instead. I love the back. I've edged them again. As you can see, I love my deck modifications. Thanks to everyone over it. I got that inspiration from the Hermit's Cave. That's another amazing channel. I'll put that link below actually, or I may ask him first. Not so much picker cards, but the love for tarot. Oh, just go over it. Go over and have a look. And I'll link that below with Charmed as well. So first sight, they look great. We've got the wording, we've got the keywords, we've got the iconic artwork again, as I keep saying. But when you look at them, overall, I didn't notice it actually until I read a review. And I don't want to put bad review out there, but it said that they feel this is a mismatch of the artist's old work and new work, which is great to portray that. But if you can see, this goes all the way up. And, you know, it's the same. We've got a graduated blended border. Then we've got this one, vump border. Now, I know anyone with OCD now, they're going to be like, no, that's not for me. And then the same again. So, and they're not in suits, so there's no reason for him to be different. Still great artwork, great keywords. But I understand when some say they think they're older, you know, because it's meant to be Alice in every one of these. But look, she's portrayed so differently. Like, this really pops. And then you go and you've got this graduated border. And then this out of nowhere. So, I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe there's a reason why. And then a full card. But they just don't seem to flow. And these are the cards my little girl picks up when occasionally when she's... Now I've moved her into a different cupboard. But to say they were such loved after and I wanted them, no, I just... When she wants to play with my cards, I just let her look at these ones. She's only 4, but she's drawn to the Alice. Maybe I should start using them more. And especially now I've got videos, I like to mix things up. But yeah, can you see how they just seem to be such a mismatch? And it's such a shame if you've seen all the other artwork I've just shown you from her others. I mean, they're amazing artwork. I can't draw for doodah. But as a deck overall, I just don't, I was disappointed. Is all, apart from this one. I love the purple. That is, wow. I love that. And obviously, if you add it, you can see how the colours really pop. So, I've waffled on for a little bit longer than I thought I would. I just wanted to share them and just know your opinions. Do you like them as much as me? Do you feel the same as me, that they're great, but maybe you wouldn't do readings with them? Or if you fell in love with them? So yeah, it's always nice to have a look at the cards before you click buy. And once again, massive thank you to Charmed Intuition Tarot. I'll link her below. If you love deck reviews, anything talking tarot, spiritual, cards, go over to and see Simon at the Hermit's Cave. His collection, is amazing. He goes through in depth and knows so much about tarot history. You'll learn so much from there. Regular live chats, and you can see his tarot card collection behind him. His fellow from Nottingham, the same as me, and the lady over at Charmed Intuition Tarot with her charms. I am thinking, I've always wanted to do, there's so many tarot readers on Facebook, on YouTube. And I just think, how can I be different? I don't want to be better. I don't want to stand out. I want to be different. I want to do it in my way. So I'm going to start doing something a little different. Rather than focusing on picker cards, I was going to do all my different tarot spreads. I've made up a few of my own. And do it in that way. Rather than a picker card, it will be a general tarot spread, and each spread will be different, obviously asking each questions, and we can make spreads up ourselves. You can send me questions you want to implicate into a spread. Anyway, that's just a few ideas for in the new year. And also I've got my Lenormand cards that I want to start practicing with. So I shall be implicating them, and also ruins. I've got some at the moment, but they're too small. They're too small to be filming on camera. So I just thought, so any ideas, I'm open to ideas. All the links are below. You know where to find me. Everything from, there's my Facebook business page. I'm going to be keeping as like a business page. If you want to head over there to pay for paid readings, private readings, or you can get me here below. My Instagram, I've just started that again this week. So my main focus in 2020 is going to be here, YouTube and my Instagram. And focusing on my private closed group on Facebook. As I was saying, great community. If you want to learn anything, there was a lady earlier asking questions and stuff. It's great there. It's a private space, so no one else in your Facebook feed can see it. And I will be sharing everything there privately. If you're still a little bit in the broom closet. And then obviously everything on my Instagram as well, and here. So all the links will be, as usual, in the description below, blah, blah, blah. Thank you if you've stayed this long. Thank you for letting me waffle on and just do it my style. Thank you for the new subscribers. And a very, very Merry Christmas and a fabulous New Year. And I will be back with you before January. See you later, guys. Bye.